Okay, and well, we are live. Hello, hello, hello.
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 Hello, world.
We haven't done our Brady Bunch intro song yet.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But anyway,
George
well,
on the guitar.
yeah. Well, Singip's learning guitar. He can compose it.
Oh, you're learning guitar again?
Yeah, Singip,
Didn't
tell
we?
us.
Didn't we? Oh,
No, you
really?
only had your lesson this week, dude.
No, no, no. But you asked me about it last week, but Kristen wasn't on.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So I
Christine.
started. Well, I went for two trial lessons this week,
Mm-hmm.
and then the first one wasn't so good, and then the second one, like, kind of, I think it more or less nailed what I wanted out of a guitar lesson.
What do you mean by it wasn't so good, the first one?
So I mean, what I wanted to learn from what I wanted to get out of this guitar class is to more theory, basically like understanding guitar music theory a bit better. So prior to this, when I used to go for guitar classes, he would
Mm-hmm.
only teach me songs, right? And I
Right.
mean that's not a bad way to learn, but
Mm-hmm.
once you're done with the song, like and like you move on to the next song, then if someone asks you like, oh, can you play this song? And then if you don't know it, then you're like, oh, sorry, I don't know it, right? But like if you
Mm-hmm.
could read like notes and all that, then you would understand it better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I felt like learning just songs only put me at a bit of a disadvantage.
Yes, I totally know what you mean. That's how I feel too. It's like learning specific songs don't really help.
Yeah, so
So
like you
in the
can play
first
the song
lesson,
really
was it
well,
like that?
but
Mm-hmm.
you can play the song really well, but then you're basically just mimicking the song, right? Like
Right.
So the first lesson, like I tried to explain to the teacher, like, oh yeah, I'm just trying to learn more theory, understand the guitar better. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like he just rambled on for like the whole lesson about. I don't know. He was like really fixated on the E major chord, right? And so he just rambled on
Okay.
about it, and then he was like talking about the blues, and like that. I walked away, like I left the class feeling like I didn't really get anything out of it, and I'm not sure like if it would necessarily improve over time. But I guess that's the
Okay.
whole point of the trial class, right? So
Maybe
So
because it
in
was a
your second
trial
class with a
class,
different.
he wasn't like giving his full attention.
The thing is the opposite. You want to be like your best in the trial class, so you suck at the person to pay more.
And then if they decide not to join, and then you're like, oh, I wasted my time being the best.
no, but you're paying for
No.
the trial class. You're
Oh,
paying
it's
for
not
the
even
trial
free.
class, so it's not even free. So like, essentially, I am paying for the class, right? I'm paying for his time.
Oh, okay.
So anyway,
So
like
did you?
the first one I went to like one school, and then the second one I went to a different school,
Ah, okay.
and then like the second one, like the guy kind of like understood what I wanted. So like the first class really, like he started teaching me things, and then I was like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, like made me understand. Like he understood what I wanted, and I understood what he was trying to impart to me as a teacher. So
Oh, okay.
I walked away feeling like, oh, yeah, I think I could like learn a lot from him.
So what did he teach you in the second class? This other person.
Basically, he taught me like more theory. Like like instead of he said like I don't want you to just learn how to play songs. Like my classes are not just about you playing songs. It's about you like
Mm-hmm.
understanding the whole guitar, the neck, and like I'm not going to teach
Mm-hmm.
you like, oh, this is the scale, so you need to play on this. I want you to
Mm-hmm.
know that you can play on this, you can play here, you can play there. Like so he's like I'm gonna teach you how everything connects to each other. So that was
Oh,
like kind
cool.
of what I wanted in the first place, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he kind of got
So
what I
the
wanted.
first guy, like, he was trying to teach you the E major and like
I
jazz or
think he was
something.
trying
Like,
to, I mean, he was trying to use the E major as like an example, but
uh-huh.
I'm not sure. I guess he didn't really understand what I want, or he didn't know how to express his teachings.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's super cool. What kind of guitar do you have?
I play electric guitar.
Oh, show, show, show.
It's in the case. I tucked it away.
Oh, okay.
See, if you had a Paraself, you could ask one to go to the other school, and then after that, you get feedback on how the lessons have been going.
Mm.
Mm.
But yeah, so
Yeah.
so last week George actually asked me like what my goal was for guitar, and then I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, you know what? I wouldn't mind going for like those graded exams. So yeah, that would be a nice goal to have.
For what did you just say? Exams?
Graded
Yeah.
exams.
Oh. So like, is it kind of like the piano ones?
Yeah, except for guitar.
Oh, cool. Wow. That's really really awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I
we'll
remember when
see.
I was a kid and trying to learn the guitar. That was a phase. And then like, I remember I had this like one teacher who was like super into himself or something.
Okay.
I feel like 90% of the class was just him noodling on the guitar and showing off.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, I mean, that was kind of like what my first teacher did, right? Like,
Yeah.
they teach me all these like rock songs from Metallica, I made it, and then like
Mhm.
I'm almost always the rhythm guitar. So like when it comes
Yeah.
to solo, they get to show off, you know.
Right.
I mean, it's like it was fun, like you know, like you kind of like jamming,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
but then like yeah, so like when I mean I walked away learning the song, but then like I didn't really learn anything much from it.
I see. So you know enough to play rhythm guitar already.
I mean, I mean, okay, look, I thought like I was like a decent guitarist, but then
Mhm.
I haven't played in like 15 years or something.
Mhm.
So like when the teacher asked me like, oh, can you play me something? Then I was like, you know, actually I can't. I really don't know anything. Like, I forgot all the songs that I was taught. You know. So I was like, you know, just pretend I'm like a complete beginner.
Mhm.
You have to play him
Okay. So you
beyond.
play like power chords?
Yeah, pretty much.
Power chords are the best chords.
They are the best chords.
Yeah.
That's super cool. So when are you and George gonna jam?
I don't know.
When he tells me to, I'm ready anytime.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like the second teacher was like, we'll set a goal, you know, like by the end of 3 months, like, you should be like relatively familiar with like major scales, like the ones that are more popular, you know, like you should be like caught up to date with like some of the theory. So I'm like, yeah, okay, why not?
Okay.
You know? Yeah. Like this guy had a plan, right? So I was like, oh, okay, you know, it sounds like something I'm interested in.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So do you go to a physical location then? Is MCO over?
Now it's still considered the recovery phase, but pretty much everything is open and back to usual. I mean, you just need to practice like social distancing and wearing masks.
So are you like 1 meter away from the instructor, and then you both wear masks and you're practicing?
Yeah. Like they put like stickers on the floor to show like how far you can see it.
So he can't hold your
Oh,
hands
wow.
to guide you,
Yeah.
like that scene in Ghost.
Oh.
That's pottery.
Yeah, same thing. You're creating art
Okay.
with your hands.
Bye, love.
Don't get us copyright struck.
Exactly. Okay, that's pretty awesome. So, actually, something I always wondered about. You know how nowadays you can see how some like musicians can practice like singing together or something on YouTube, and you can tell it's like spliced together from Zoom, right?
Yeah.
I always wondered, like, are they actually like live doing on Zoom, or is it like one person is doing the singing and another person has to replay that and then match their singing?
I'm pretty sure they're using a click track, like or recorded track Like they do it part by part and they just splice the video. Cause there's gonna be
Oh, okay.
latency if we're doing
Yeah.
it online. Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like, I don't know. Maybe there's internet that's fast enough to make it, well, to eliminate latency, which I don't think so. Or they're
Mhm.
like good enough to account for it when they're performing live. But most
Mhm.
probably it's pre-recorded and then they just splice the video together.
Really, like you don't think like right now our latency is pretty good though? Like we are hearing and reacting
Not
to each
mine.
other in real time.
Mm, I don't know. I mean, for music, like half a second is quite a big difference, really. You have
Mhm.
to account for that, yeah.
You've done that before, right? Where you did a jam with someone that's pre-recorded or something? It seems familiar in my head.
No, I don't think so. I mean,
No?
I've recorded like just music and then had a friend record over it, but that was
Oh, okay.
it wasn't live. Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck with your lessons.
Thanks.
Have you signed up already,
Well,
or
we'll be
you
checking on
told
you
them you're
next
still
week.
considering
No, I signed up already.
on the spot? You're like,
Yeah.
take my money. This guy is legit.
So next week is my next class.
Okay.
Yeah.
What day are you gonna have it on?
Saturday.
Saturdays. So I can't hang out with you on Saturdays anymore.
Yeah, probably not even up yet. I go at like 11 o'clock.
Oh. Yeah.
So funny.
Saturdays are for sleeping. Like, that's why they start with
That's
S.
true.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Uh,
Sleeping days.
I agree.
But you're up early, Kristen.
I know, it sucks.
How
In fact,
was
I
your
was
week?
considering going back to sleep after this. Gosh, it was very, very stressful and tiring.
Okay.
I think, yeah. So I actually, your next prompt is assuming you know nothing about yourself, write a story about meeting yourself for the first time. I was
Mhm.
thinking in my head, yes, there's this girl who's very stressed out and tired all the time. And actually, we've been watching this show called Gentleman Jack, and one of the characters is like someone who's like super rich, right? Because she is like an heiress of some kind, but then she's kind of depressed at the same time.
Gentleman Jack.
Yes, this might be inappropriate for Malaysia, but then like
Is it?
a little bit. I think it's sensitive in Malaysia. Oh, it will be if it's available.
Oh, dramatization.
like-
Okay.
Yeah. But then the main character says that she has everything, something along the lines of she has everything in the world except the ability to enjoy it.
Mhm.
And then
Oh,
Yuhang was like, "That's just you." 'Cause it's like no matter what's going on in my life, I'll always find something to be like unhappy about.
Really?
Yeah. So that's what my story is if I meet myself for the first time.
Okay.
And it's sort of I'm obviously self-aware. I'm like, well, clearly there's a pattern. Like no matter what, like something, I'll find something to be annoyed about in my life, and I'm like, oh, why aren't you good at this?
Yeah.
Like sort of thing. Yeah. But then like lately it's been surrounding work stuff, so I'm like, why aren't you good at this?
Let's say like
is there like, do you think like, it's like a line, right? Like you have to draw between being contented, right, with what you have, but then not being happy is also like, you can view it as a good thing, right? Like you're always pursuing something greater or whatever, like pursuing something different to find new avenues of happiness. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean,
Right.
it's not necessarily
I think
like
that's
a
my
bad
biggest
thing.
fear is that the unhappiness is from like my brain going like, oh, you gotta change what you're doing now. That's always what it always feels like. It's like, oh, you're not making the right decision. Right? It's like a nag. I'm nagging myself, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So, well, what would you write a story about meeting yourself for the first time?
would that person be like me?
Yeah, like I mean, like basically, like the person is kind of like you.
right? I mean, for me, I would be like, wow, this guy's
I
really
guess
like
okay, like
me,
if you
you
think
know?
of it, like if you had amnesia and then like you're watching like videos of yourself, you know.
Okay.
Mm,
So like, what would your reactions be, or like initial impressions would be of the person you're seeing?
I'll be like, he has great music taste. I think I would like to
Ha.
hang out with him.
But you wouldn't know if you like those songs, right?
Why not? If I asked him what he liked, like, wouldn't I know what I like too?
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, right? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm just thinking if I met someone like me, I'd be really excited. I'd be like,
That's really healthy self-esteem.
I mean, because I really like the things I like. And when I find people who like the same things as me, like, it makes me happy because we can, like, connect over such things. Like, especially when it comes to, like, music, movies, and games. Like, those. Like, I can talk a lot about it. And, like, I've very rarely I find someone who agrees with me with, like, all my preferences. So, yeah, being able to connect with someone who's, like, exactly like me in terms of taste would be, like, cool. I mean, I don't know if it'll be exhausting in the long term or what, but I don't know. It's just very rare, so I'd be excited. Yeah.
Really? That is. I was thinking Yuhan likes all your music, so that's one person.
Yeah.
Um,
And she's all the way in the
yeah.
USA. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is more rare though. Like the number of people who like your type of music nowadays, because now trends have shifted.
Yeah, I'm still stuck in
It's no
the
longer mainstream.
2000s,
That's gonna be your oldies.
Yeah, it is. They are like, but it's okay. I mean, I can enjoy that. That's all that matters, I guess. Yeah.
But would
And
you
it's still
need
new
that-
bands, right?
There are new bands, but they don't like hook me as much as the ones that I listened to during my formative years. Yeah. You were saying, sing it?
But will you meet that person knowing that they are like you, or is it like you meet someone and then you just so happen to, as the more you talk, then the more you come to realize, oh, he is me.
Well, I
Because like
guess.
if I were to tell you like, oh, this is you, right?
Yeah.
Yourself, then you would have like preconceived notions of what to expect from you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I always interpreted the prompt to be like you met a stranger who is just like you or something, or who is you as you are, and then like you yourself in this story timeline doesn't have much of a personality, so you're just like encountering that person.
I guess there are different
Oh.
ways to interpret it.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone wrote a character about you and then like they don't tell you about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like the more you read and you're like, hey, you know.
If you replace all the parts of the ship of Theseus, is it really the ship of Theseus?
Yeah.
What about you, Sing It?
I don't know. I mean, which one are we talking about?
I mean, however
Whichever one you prefer.
you interpret or prefer.
I always thought about it as me, myself, knowing who I am,
Mm-hmm.
meeting like myself, like
Yeah.
maybe from the like someone created like a clone of me.
Your paraself.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Then, I don't know, cause like it's already colored. Like my initial impression is already colored.
Colored
So
house.
I guess it'll just be like a good look in the mirror. Yeah.
So how would you feel about it?
I don't know, I guess it depends what I will be doing at that time. Like,
let's say like you're both at Kinokuniya and you reach for the same book.
Oh.
A love story with yourself.
Well, I mean, knowing me, we'll probably both be like, oh, you can take it, you know.
And then secretly be like, damn it, now I have to reorder online.
And then we'll both be like, no, you can have it. No, it's okay. I actually don't really want it. I was just like, you know, I was just thinking about buying it. And then it'll never end.
Okay.
You'll be like, hey, cool tattoos, you know? Like, hey, I have the same one too. Oh my god.
Are you also a New Gaiman fan?
I don't know, but the thing with my hobbies and my interests is that I usually just like to keep it to myself. Like, I mean, it's nice to find people who share the same interests, but don't necessarily feel like the need to talk to them all the time about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, same here. I feel like I'm not as like held together by same interests, but mostly because like my interests change every single week, so it'll be impossible to find that one person
Yeah.
who likes the same stuff as me.
But I mean, you would
Yeah,
find
it's kinda
yourself. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, interests don't make up like everything, like every aspect of who you are, but they play a big role, I think, in shaping who you are.
I suppose so. That's interesting. I didn't even think of preferences as a thing.
Mhm.
Like my first gut reaction is like character and personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, like, I don't know. Do you guys know anyone who's like me?
No, actually, you're very unique.
I think we're all unique.
Special.
No, that's not true. Some people are not unique. And then they get mad when I'm like, oh, this so and so is just like you in an alternative universe, and then they usually get mad. But remember, there was a time where like you would mention that, you know, oh, so and so is your doppelganger, and I'd be like, huh?
Who? Me?
But usually, like, no, George, I think.
Oh, right.
Oh, like
Yeah.
Ellen Page.
No, not a celebrity. Like, a real random person. Or something.
It's been a while.
Because like you don't know that random person, so like you can't feel flattered, no? Like,
Yeah,
if it
or
was like a
insulted.
celebrity, like, you know, like if someone told me like, oh wow, you know, you're good at new game, and I'd be like, oh no thanks. But if someone would be like, oh you're as good as you know, like my cousin's son, you know. I'm like, okay, you know, like who the hell is that? Right? Are you like, is it like a good thing? No, is it a bad thing? Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel like it would be nice to meet a doppelganger.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and track down all George's doppelgangers.
I mean, now with facial recognition, you probably can do that.
Like, ideally, I would track all of them now, and then we'll have a party.
Yeah, we'll see who likes the same
And
drinks.
everyone has to dress alike, right? And then people have to guess who is who.
So I feel like, you know, in terms of like real life doppelgangers, the one I think of immediately is Will Ferrell and the drummer from
Oh, right.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Uh-huh.
But I mean, okay, I mean, what show was it? Like they play the drums together, right?
Will Ferrell
late
and
night show.
Yeah. So like Will Ferrell
And
is actually,
Chad.
like,
Step Brothers or something.
Chad Smith. Right?
Yeah.
Chats. What? Oh, right. No, I was talking about the comedy.
Oh no.
Step Brothers.
Yeah. The guy was like putting his balls on the drums. That was funny.
So yeah, like Will Ferrell is actually a pretty good drummer. I mean, like I didn't expect that.
Could have
Probably
been
had lessons right before.
edited.
No, I mean that's the thing, right? Like I mean, we only know him as an actor. Like we don't know what he actually does in his free time, right?
Yeah.
Or what his interests are.
Mhm.
Like Keanu Reeves is in a band. I don't think I ever heard him play though.
Yeah, Dog Star.
Yeah,
I mean, those factoids came out around the time when he was big during the Matrix.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but now he's still
Oh,
big.
someone.
Hmm.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, yeah,
And they're coming up with the new Matrix, right?
Oh
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
New Matrix, and then he's in the Cyberpunk video game,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh,
I'm
did you read
guessing
about the Matrix though?
no why.
Like apparently like the Matrix was a movie that had there was supposed to be like a message about being transsexual.
Oh really? For real?
Yeah.
No. That's I mean I know who the creators are, but then like that seems like that message just lost to me.
Yeah.
No, I mean like there was an article not too long ago about some people like telling them that, oh, I totally got your message about the Matrix being transsexual, and then like
Mm-hmm.
they were like, yes, that's what we were aiming for, something like that, like it was supposed to be that the
Oh.
whole time, and then I was like,
Oh.
I have no idea which part of it's supposed to, carry
I
that
mean I
message
can see
across,
that, like the whole idea that you're like you have an unsleeping identity.
No, but then like you would, I mean, if they really want to make it obvious, then it could be like a girl in the Matrix having a guy avatar or vice versa.
Oh. They
But
probably
but when they go to the Matrix and they come back, it's like essentially the same person just with shittier clothes, right?
wait what?
Well, because like in the
Yeah.
real world, they're like wearing all these like
Yeah.
stuff. Like,
But I can see how the appeal of the movie would, like back in the day, like just having a female protagonist just makes a movie not popular, you know? Actually, even now, right? If you have any like movies as a female versus male, they're just not as popular.
I think like if you don't shove it in people's faces, like you don't make it so overtly obvious, I guess it's
Mhm.
more accepted. But I mean, no one's really
Mm.
bitching about Frozen, right? Like people love Frozen.
Well, that's a kids show though.
Yeah, but as a kids show, and it's waiting for little girls who want to be princesses. That's an exception.
Or like fine, but I mean it's still right, like or Brave, I accepted the premise.
That's another. See, the fact that you couldn't name one that's an adult movie,
Or fine,
except for like Wonder
Lara
Woman
Croft,
or something.
Lara Croft, like Tomb Raider.
Lara, but that's like the exception to the rule. Like Lara Croft and Wonder Woman are like the only ones I can think of. Or like that not very panned, you know. There's like also the Ghostbusters with female characters. There is like, you know, movies like that, or like indie movies or niche movies. But I feel like the ones with female like leads usually get hated on. Oh yeah, what about that one? The
No, but do you honestly think that the Ghostbusters remake was good? No.
I didn't watch it, so I don't
I
know.
never watched it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
Just-
a comedian was joking about it. He said like even women didn't want to watch it. Like if women watched it, they would have dragged their boyfriends along, which would have increased ticket sales.
Yeah,
But
It
yeah.
just wasn't a well-written movie, is my impression. But because it even has like Kate McKinnon and everyone from like SNL that I usually like to watch.
Yeah.
But yet I'm not like super drawn to it. I don't know why. But the thing is, I remember I loved watching the new Ghostbusters cartoon series on Cartoon Network
Uh-huh.
when it was out, and it was pretty creepy and it was really good.
I
But
didn't
yet
watch
I didn't
it
feel
either.
drawn
Yeah.
to watch it.
Like I never had a large attachment or strong attachment to Ghostbusters. I watched it when I was a kid. It was on VHS, and
Mhm.
yeah, I don't remember much except for like the gun trapping the ghost inside that
Yeah.
suitcase or
yeah,
no, that
like,
trap
people
thing,
seem
right?
to really love the movie.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, I watched it as a kid too, but then it never really stuck.
Mm.
Mhm.
Similar
Cultural phenomenon that went
to
by us.
Transformers, I watched it as a kid. Like, I had fond memories, but then when I heard the movie was coming out, so I went back to rewatch the old show, and the cartoons were pretty bad. So yeah, I don't know. I guess nostalgia plays a big role in all these things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, anyway, there was a recent like someone made like a use deepfake technology to make like an alternative reality for Neo if he chose the blue pill.
Uh
So they like spliced in scenes from Office Space, but with Keanu's face instead of the main guy. And like
huh.
Agent Smith is Slumberg, and at the end he kills himself. And I
Uh.
thought that was too real. Yeah. So I don't know. I look forward to the new Matrix. I think like that is nostalgia for me to watch it.
Yeah,
It
Hmm.
was filmed in San Francisco. I could have been a zombie extra, but I didn't
Why not?
do it. Because they said one of the requirements is your ability to run uphill multiple times for the takes, and I was like, there's no way I
oh,
can do it.
You fit.
No, not for a movie. That's insane.
And you're a zombie, you're supposed to stumble anyway, so.
No, these are like the fast kind of zombies, I think.
Oh.
oh.
These are not the slow zombies.
Why are zombies in the new Matrix?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah, okay.
There's probably a
Yeah.
metaphor we're missing.
Mhm.
Like killing your old self,
But yeah, Wachowski
So,
says when it hit the screen in '99, the corporate world wasn't ready for an allegory about transgender people.
Oh,
oh,
Mm. Yeah.
well,
Well.
I'm still confused. So I need to read more about this. Because now I'm like, okay, what about like, who's Morpheus then? What about Trinity? Does it mean anything?
It's probably not literal. Like, it's probably about like hard choices and then like being who you're not,
Ah.
and you know that kind of stuff. Like red pill or blue
Oh.
pill. Like, do you accept to be like shunned by society? I don't know. Maybe I'm just reading too much into this, but yeah. Anyway, it's a
Oh, okay,
BBC
makes
article.
sense.
Can
Makes
check it out. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, I learned something today.
What do you learn?
What you just told us.
Oh,
the
right.
whole story about Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Up next, you have a story about animal dust.
Oh yeah. So as you know, guys, I've been doing my comic. Still am like doing. I'm on like chapter 30, so I have 50 chapters. So 20 more to go. Yay. Yeah, like cause in the draft I had like left a lot of placeholders in it. I was like, oh, I'll come back to it when I think of who I want this character to be. And then, so while I was drawing the comic, I was like, oh shit, I didn't go back to fill in the placeholders, right? And I think, maybe it should be this character instead. Then I continued reading the script, well, the story, and when I got to a later part, I had actually filled it in. And it turns out to be the same character that I had recently filled in. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, it's either I don't know, my brain somehow remembered who it should be, or I just happened to like think the same way twice, like
Mhm.
yeah, like I somehow arrived at the same conclusion that this character fits, and like twice in a row. Yeah, I don't know, I just thought that was like quite interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot of hidden memories we just can't access all the
Mm.
time
Yeah, I know, like
because. Mhm.
this sometimes, like, you try so hard to think of something but you can't, and then I don't know, a few days later suddenly it pops into your head like, oh yeah, I was trying to think about this, but like you didn't know how to access it back then.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
it's like when I write stories, I think I like really original.
Mm-hmm.
Then like
Mhm.
somehow like somewhere like I pick up a book and then I read it. I'm like, hey, I read this. Like it sounds like my story. Now.
Well, but there's only so many types of story.
Is it?
No,
I mean, yeah.
That's true, but I mean the point is that I thought it was original.
You came up with
so,
it?
Like I remembered that I read it somewhere. So that's where I got
Mhm.
the inspiration.
Do you guys believe
Well,
that
if-
like originality is everything, or is execution more important?
execution is more important. So
Yeah.
I feel like even if you rewrote the whole story, as long as like, you know, even if it's exactly the same, the fact that you can rewrite it without realizing it's a rewrite is amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe it showed that I have not improved as a writer since how many years ago. You know, I still think the same way, follow the same path.
Or maybe it was the only logical conclusion for your story.
Possibly. I mean, if I was creative enough, I would have come up with like something else, right? I don't know, but yeah.
But I mean, like you get your ideas from other people,
Mhm.
like things around you, like the things you see, the things you read, the things you watch. So I guess it's how you take those things and interpret it in your own way.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I guess music's a pretty good example, right? Like there are only so many notes and chords, so
Mm-hmm.
it's like how you take those notes and chords and progressions and make it your own song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about that with Vanessa the other day. I was saying like
Oh.
there's how forgot how I phrased it, but basically there's like so many different kind of voices in the world, right? And you can put like the same like chord progression, but with a different voice over it. Like it sounds like a completely new song. You know, there's like
Yeah, I mean like just taking like I mean like what do they call it like all those covers, you know, like you cover the song, you follow the progression and theme, but you take a pop song and you turn it into a punk song,
mm-hmm.
and like it sounds so different already.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but like I mean the combination of instruments plus voice like makes it like I think there's probably an infinite number of songs in the world, right? I don't know. Maybe it's finite, but you can, but it's hard to count.
Wow. I think there is like someone who put every single combination of notes into a
Yeah,
hard
yeah.
drive.
I think we talked
Yeah,
about
so
this
the
with.
basic melody is
Yeah.
exactly. But yes, I think like voice is an instrument in itself.
hmm And like everyone has a different voice, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would sing
Yeah.
A differently from someone else, and so on.
What
Yeah.
were you guys talking about?
Uh, I think I was just like listening to. Oh, yeah, I was listening to a random song on Spotify. I'm like, hey, this guy sounds like another singer I know, and put it on,
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
topic just came up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Was it the same singer or was it like a different person?
No, it was a different singer, a different song. Just that it
Mm.
reminded me of each other.
Mhm.
Yeah. But then I realized that there are a lot of other singers with very unique voices, and they completely.
They are voice doppelgangers.
There are voice doppelgangers, and there are
Mm.
also. I mean, I think there are more people who don't sound alike than sound alike. I don't know. At least,
I feel like I recall there was someone who sounded like me and was kind of freaky.
yeah.
Yeah, but I don't remember who it was anymore. But
You gotta
remember
find
him.
that
Oh my
artist.
I know. No, well, not like singing, but like talking.
Yeah. Oh, fine. Well,
Gee,
that
how
talker.
anal.
Yeah, actually, I would like to hear someone who speaks like me.
Mhm.
Actually,
I
yeah,
don't think I know anyone.
meeting a doppelganger would be very interesting.
I mean, that's the closest we can get to a paracel is your doppelganger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the technology just isn't there yet for the
Well,
paracel.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, thanks for trying to read like most of the Ted Chiang article.
Yeah.
I mean, I actually forgot the title of the article. I need to reopen this up.
Uh,
Anxiety is the
yeah.
dizziness of freedom.
I love that title. So cool.
It is really good. It sounds
Yeah.
like an emo song.
Yeah, it does. Could write a song with that
or
title.
like a emo album.
Yeah. Yeah. So the story is about in the future we have this technology to access like our parallel selves in a different universe, but there's like a time limit to the amount you can access. So if you want to just text your para self, it's very low data usage. But then if you want to see videos, then you use up that link really quick, and then once you use it up, there's no other way to access that particular timeline anymore. Which is really creative because I never thought about this idea of imposing a limit
Yeah.
to a multiverse access.
And he set rules that what you can't find out stuff that, I mean, you can't do anything about the past. It's just what's going on at the moment or in the future. Yeah. And like the reason I like the story so much, I haven't finished it yet, but it's the way, like, he's so creative in thinking of how different people would use the paracel like differently. There's like so many perspectives, Some use it for self gain, some just curiosity, some to justify their actions, and so on. And like I think you have to be like really creative to think of all those different ways. Or maybe he's thought of this stuff about himself before, but regardless, it's an entertaining read.
Yeah, but the title is really clever because I feel like that addresses why I'm anxious. It's like I always feel like, oh, like shoot, am I picking the right path? And it's like this like constant comparison between all the multiverses and being like, okay, hope I'm making the right choice here, and then like never feeling certain about it.
You feel that way often?
All the time.
All the time?
Yeah.
I don't know, like anxiety.
Isn't that quite hard, no?
You're like, I cannot relate to this situation at all.
Yeah.
That's how it is with Yu Hong too. She's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. And I'm like, literally, there's two types of people in the world: people who get anxious and people who don't. And then like, I have a bunch of friends who know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then there's a whole bunch of people who are like Yu Hong and you, who are like, I literally cannot relate. I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah.
But like, how much of it does it influence your daily life?
Oh, a lot.
Like, I mean, I do feel anxious sometimes about my choices, but then I always like try to bury it or dismiss it. I just assume that like your choices are already made, right? I mean, you made your choices.
But it's about the future ones. It's like everything I do is like I'm always questioning: is this the right thing to do?
Oh yeah. But then like I mean, in my mind, I always just try to like shrug it off. But I mean, like if it doesn't work out, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
That's nice.
Yeah, like most
in the
of
world, the bridges are constantly crumbling. You see.
No, I mean it's not that I don't have anxiety, just that I this is how I deal with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think like that's why I really love this story, is because like they're like. Yeah, I can relate, especially towards the end, which you guys haven't really gotten to, and I can't spoil it yet.
Yeah. Okay, well, we can finish discussing it next week. I'll finish reading it tonight. Yeah.
It is really long. But now I'm like, oh, I should get the whole book.
It's a book? Is that an excerpt?
It's a collection of short stories.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this is one of the stories of the collection.
So the book's all written by him?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he has a lot of short stories.
And it's not a short story, like 1.5 hours.
He's like the sci-fi Murakami.
He is, yeah. I feel like in a way I like this one than Murakami too, because his characters are more relatable. Whereas Murakami's characters tend to be like, empty shell man and distant woman. The entire Murakami character collection. The scenarios are cool, but I think the characters are very unrelatable.
You think so? I don't know. I mean, I've only been reading one book, Norwegian Wood, and I don't feel that like it's his character is unrelatable. Well, maybe because I'm a
Well, I
guy.
think that's the one exception. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also like that's supposedly one of his most like normal stories.
Okay.
Whereas the other ones tend to have a different style.
Ah, right. Yeah. Well, I guess I'll find out when I get to his other books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I should give him a try.
You should. I got a whole bunch I can lend you if you want.
There's also short stories of Murakami online if you don't want to commit to a whole book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can check out the short stories and decide if I want to comment.
I think I linked you one before, right?
Probably.
And you probably ignored it.
I mean, I wasn't like
You like?
into him as an author to begin with, so I'm like, oh, probably not something I would read.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the person who posted this said that this may seem like a hyperbole, but we believe it to be true. Reading Che Chang would make you a better person on a level that no self-help book ever can. Which I think is very intriguing, this idea of how sci-fi
Yeah.
has the ability to do that. Because it addresses the ethical and moral issues
Okay.
in a
You think
story,
that's
fun
limited to
way.
the sci-fi genre?
I don't think so, but I think like the situations he addresses are much more direct to like our moral situations.
So do you? I mean, yeah. So like, what makes a good book to you?
To read in general,
Yeah,
or one
like-
that can like make you a better person.
Um, one that you enjoy reading, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, like, okay, why do you read? Yeah, that'd be a better question. Why do you read like books?
That's a great question because I actually I don't read fiction as much as I used to.
Okay.
Cause
I like
staring
reading
at the
books that
toilet
open your
wall is
mind to new
boring.
Possibilities. No, I really love nonfiction. I think the idea of like opening your mind, and I think a lot of stories that, like, I don't like reading like true crime and things like that for myself because I feel
Doesn't make you
like
depressed.
well that just stresses me out, makes me depressed. The toxicity of human life. So
Yeah.
so that's not my. But some people love it, and I'm sure they get something else out of it.
Yeah.
But then for me, I'm like, okay, sci-fi opens up like new possibilities that are outside of the current realm of my life, you know? Because it's sort of like I already know how my life is gonna turn out, right? Like to some extent, like it's gonna be like I eventually die, you know? Like there's very little like alternatives in a way.
But do you like books more for its believability?
Oh
Like,
no,
I mean, like, sci-fi is like fiction, right? So
mm-hmm.
it's not. I wouldn't say it's entirely impossible that some of what we write could eventually become our present, right? So is that what you like about it,
Mhm.
like the possibility that it could be true?
Yeah, I think I like that. Like I don't like it to be too out
Like
there.
it's grounded.
I think a lot of what I like
it's
is
grounded in
yeah.
like, some form of reality, like, even if it's like a remote. chance,
Exactly. Like they're like near sci-fi or something, or near future sci-fi. I forgot what it's called, but it's a genre where, you know, isn't like this whole like Tetran story is not implausible. I
Yeah.
mean,
Mhm.
it's, you know.
No, not impossible, but implausible. But I mean, so far from what I've been reading, the sci-fi seems to be just like a wrapper over a human story. I'm not sure about his other works though, but just based on this story so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys
Yeah,
watch
so-
Arrival?
I have not. Was that homework?
Oh, that's the.
It's a-
Alright, this one.
the-
Okay.
It's a movie with Amy Adams in it. The sci-fi movie. Actually, it's a movie with a female protagonist that is enjoyable.
Was that homework? I forgot.
No, I don't think I mentioned it one time.
Okay. Oh.
But it's a really good sci-fi movie. It's about aliens who've suddenly appeared on Earth. They don't appear to be antagonistic, but we just don't know why they're there. and then she's like a linguistics professor who has figured out how to communicate with them.
Okay. Oh, I've heard of it. I haven't seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good movie. And then the thing is, like, you know, in the original like short story written by Ted Chiang, it doesn't have that much of a story actually. But then when they turned into a movie script, they gave it like a full like arc, and
Okay.
it was really well done.
Oh. So is this one case where the movie is better than the novel?
I think so. I actually think so. It's more satisfying
Okay.
compared to the reading the story. Because I read both. I read the story and I watched it.
Yeah. That's quite rare.
Mm-hmm. And it has Amy Adams, who I really like.
Who
I
is?
really like her from Enchanted.
Me too. That's one of my favorite movies. Another good movie with a female protagonist.
Oh, Amy Adams.
Yeah.
What other
But I don't
movies
know,
has
she
she
like
done?
plays like the princess really well.
Yes.
really-
And I think that's a
Yeah,
great movie
that's
because it shows.
Oh, there's a sequel
Yeah.
coming out. Disenchanted.
Is it with Amy Adams? Though?
Yeah, it is. 10 years
Oh.
after Happily Ever After, Giselle questions
boy.
her happiness, inadvertently turning the lives of those in the real world and Andalasia upside down in the process.
Oh my gosh. It's about divorce.
I don't know. There's no
Oh, okay, I am intrigued.
date yet, I think. Yeah.
Oh. But yeah, the movie Enchanted is really fantastic to me because it shows you like juxtaposing a fairy tale with modern life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she was in Justice
Then
League.
you should. What's it called already? Then you should read this graphic novel. It's called Fable.
I've heard of that one. Let me look it up.
It's like the fairy tales living in the real world.
Oh, cool.
Isn't that Once Upon a
It's
Time?
by DC.
Wait, did I get it wrong?
I don't know. I mean, Once Upon a
No,
Time
it-
is like that, right?
I don't know what's Once Upon a Time, but anyway, it's Fables is the one I read.
Once Upon a Time is like fairy tales in real life. It's a TV series.
Oh no. Anyway, yeah, this
Right.
is Fables. It's Fables.
That one reminds me of Wolf Among Us. I played the game.
Oh,
Yeah, you're like a detective wolf, but in this world where like everyone is a fairy tale character. It's like the Three Little Pigs, the who else? I forgot, but it was a while ago. Yeah, it's a detective mystery.
A Wolf Among Us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so it is based on Fables.
Oh, it is. Oh yeah, it's based on Fable. Okay. Yeah, the game was good, but too bad it was cut short cause Telltale's closed down. But I think they're reviving it
Oh,
with someone
I
else.
love
Yeah.
Telltale games.
Yeah, they
'Cause
make.
I was
pretty
playing
good.
the Game of Thrones on the phone.
Okay.
Yeah, it's based on like a house, the Ironwood house or something like that. That's not like, you know, actually in the game. I mean, in the story that we know about.
Mhm.
But their lives are kind of affected by all the rivalries between the houses.
Okay.
But it was so hard. Oh god. Okay, speaking of anxiety, pretty much, and especially the conversations with Cersei, like no matter what you choose, you're gonna be screwed. I was trying so hard to pick an ending that's not so bad, but pretty much almost all the endings ends up with everyone being killed in prison. And I was like, oh man.
Well, that's like
Is it like one
Game
of
of
those,
Thrones.
Like, choose your adventure kind of thing?
Yeah. It's pretty much
Yeah,
like adventure
exactly.
game.
Oh, they did Walking Dead too, right?
Yeah. The Walking Dead game's good. Like
Oh,
I didn't watch the
With, like,
show.
a tiny
but-
bit of action.
Yeah, the action is just like press the keys in order, you know.
Yeah, and not
Yeah.
screw it up like I do a million times.
It's real easy, but it's more for people play it for the story. It's like an
Yeah.
extension of whatever show or series that the game is based on. Yeah, for people who like
but people
it.
they complain that the Telltale version of Game of Thrones stories are too depressing because it's like pretty much every ending is bad.
Oh, okay. I've not played
It's like, how,
it.
like there's a scale of how bad it is. Like, did everyone die or did some people die?
That's just real life.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was sad when Telltale shut down because I was thinking like it's not like the whole concept is so applicable to so many things. Like, how do they screw it up? You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, I heard what I read. I think they took on too many projects at the same time.
Yeah, they overstretched.
Yeah, because they were very successful with The Walking Dead, and so everybody wanted a Telltale game. And I guess they didn't expand enough or something, and yeah, they just fell apart.
Yeah, what a story in itself.
Yeah.
They should make a Telltale game about their own company.
Then it's like choose yeah, one of them. Should we take this
Yeah.
project?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh, you know, you lost, you know, you just shut down now. You took
I used to
the
play one of
project.
those mobile games, Game Dev Tycoon. Like
Uh-huh.
you start off, you have an office, and then you start doing small games, and then you get money, you hire people, expand to a bigger office, take on bigger projects, and then I can't remember after how many years, then they calculate to see whether you like a successful company or not. Yeah.
So
Oh.
meta. It's like playing a
Yeah.
game about making
Yeah. It's pretty fun. It's
Were
like
you good at it? Did you manage to be a tycoon?
no, I didn't. I wasn't very successful, but I completed a run without like going bankrupt. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, management games. I don't know. I don't really play that much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't know. Maybe I'm not much of a manager. Just a grunt.
I don't like those two, but some people really love.
Yeah,
management
no. I mean, a lot of people
games.
do.
I get it.
Like all
I think,
these.
like, at one point, was it Football Manager was like really popular.
I think it's still popular. It's
Isn't there another one, like Telario or something? You know what I mean?
Factorial.
Management. Factorio, that.
Yeah, that one was really popular. Then people like City Skyline. You get to build your own cities,
Oh,
and then you make it run. Make sure the traffic is good, your sewerage is okay, and all that shit. Yeah, I mean, like people like that, and I don't see the appeal in it, but maybe I have to give it a shot.
I mean, like there are games like what Tractor Simulator
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So I mean, there's.
I mean, even you, right? You enjoy farming and Stardew Valley.
Oh,
That's a management game.
Yeah, that's a management game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, how is your farm doing?
I haven't played in a while.
Oh, what's your farm called again?
I don't know. I just get very boring. Yeah, I just call it like Tyler's Farm or something.
Strawberry Land.
Yeah. Yeah, but that has a story, right? Like you were telling me how as you move along, you find out more. It's not just a farming game.
I mean, because like everyone has like a little backstory to them, so it makes them more interesting as NPCs as opposed to like just people you buy stuff from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even the grumpy guy in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I think he is. I mean, because I read all the Wikipedia like spoilers about the character.
Oh, you read the spoilers.
No, because like at one point I was like so caught up in min-maxing.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, who should I be friends with? What crop should I grow this season? You know, like what's the best money maker? So they'll tell you like, oh, you know what gifts do people like? So I just start reading, and then you know, like the more hearts you unlock with people, like the more stuff they tell you. So like, I mean, I can't be bothered to do that with everyone, right? So I just read all the spoilers.
I see.
Well, that's the point of the game.
Well, but some of these are impossible to figure out. I think like right around like maybe the late 2000s or something like that. Like all these Final Fantasy games and Legends of Zelda, like I think they're impossible. Like you have to be a crazy person to be able to unlock every single thing without using game facts or something.
Yeah, I mean, but now that
yeah.
So you mentioned before, right? Like Jason.
Mm-hmm.
So our friend Jason, like, apparently he really likes completing every single aspect of the game, like all the side quests and all that.
That's if he really likes the game. Yeah.
Oh, that's if he really likes the game. Yeah. So for me, it's more like just playing through everything and then like getting a gist of it. I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For me, I just want to finish the story mode and
Yeah, exactly. Like I just want to finish the story.
Yeah. Well, some
except
people
Dota.
are.
There's no story in
Mhm.
Dota.
Yeah, that's interesting. Cause well, isn't there? Because it's World of Warcraft, so there's World of Warcraft lore.
Well, that's in the original Dota mod, but now I mean there is a story, but it doesn't affect the gameplay at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just like backstories of the heroes, where they come from, why they're in
Mm-hmm.
this fight, and so on. But like, yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter in the game.
I think that's the same with Runeterra. Like, if you want to look into it, you can open up the art of the card and like
Mhm.
read more and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But yeah, they have new regions coming out
Yeah, I know.
soon.
The fuck, I wrote
Oh yeah, you
about
would
it.
know.
Forgot the name though. But yeah, I haven't been
Targon?
playing it. Yeah, Targon. That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, even Magic the Gathering has a story
Yeah, that's true. Oh, speaking of Magic, there's an MMO coming out. Sing it. I'm
based on
gonna.
Magic.
Yeah, yeah. We
Oh.
should play it. I'm gonna try it out with Conchal.
What type of game is it?
It'll be like Diablo. It's called Shit, let me Google it.
Is it Legends?
I think so. MTG MMO. Magic Legends. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are there like cards involved, or is it just based on the universe?
Just based on the universe. It's like a third-person action adventure RPG,
Ah,
but set in the world of, I guess.
I like how in this Kotaku article, the Gathering MMO is basically Diablo.
Yeah. I mean, based on the video and pictures I've seen, it looks like Diablo. Yeah. So I
Yeah,
think.
it does.
Yeah. It looks fun.
yeah, it looks fun. I'll play it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I guess we've hit an hour mark. We have one viewer in our stream. Have you got any
whoops.
questions?
I think that might be me.
Is that you?
Oh.
Well, earlier I saw like the number jump to 3, so
Hmm.
I don't know who.
Well,
Maybe
at one point I clicked the video too.
some people looking for Runeterra content, but then
Yeah, they
seeing
were just
our
sorely
face.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, I had one thing that's been on the list, but
Yeah, sure. We can do it now.
Torture.
I mean, might as well.
Yeah, so it's a YouTube video. So there's this guy who like is very strange. Like I found him because YouTube recommended me this video of him training a bee to like be a pet.
Mm-hmm.
Like he somehow trained it to like land on his finger when he wants it to land and like not sting him and stuff like that just
Yeah.
by like feeding it over and over. And eventually he released the bee back to the wild.
Okay.
But then, like, after that, he started doing these, like, mosquito torture videos where he would take the mosquito larvae and put in those, like, those,
I'm
like,
watching it
games
right
when
now.
you're a kid. Yeah, where you, like, press the button and it shoots the water and then the rings, like, kind of move around.
Mm-hmm.
So he put the larvae in that and then started torturing with that. And there's another one where he uses the mosquito racket and tortures them that way. It just became, like, really bizarre and, like, almost like Guru. So...
What is Guru?
I don't know. It's like the.
Can I
the
Google
comp-
it?
Usually, well, you can, but you
Guru.
probably shouldn't show it on the stream.
The word for teacher?
No, it's like a comic style.
Oh, Iro
which is,
Guru.
like,
Focus
it
on.
means like gross, I think, in a way, or grotesque.
Okay. Yeah. As a term, it is used to denote something that is both erotic and grotesque.
Yeah.
Let's see images. Ah, okay. I know what you mean.
Yeah. So the spirit of it became very Guru to me.
Oh, so do you feel it's wrong to torture
It
mosquitoes?
does feel wrong. Well, yeah, I think so because like if they are biting you, you should like obviously kill them because they're vectors with disease. But torturing the larvae seems kind of pointless.
So they won't get to the point where they can bite you.
I guess.
I
But they
mean, but
technically have never bitten you
there are
yet.
other ways to deal with it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is just like torturing for the sake of torture and not like actually dealing with the situation of being bitten.
Well,
So
his title of the video is "Revenge on Mosquito."
yeah, because he got bit.
Yeah.
It's like torturing the kids, like based on the parents' offense. You know, it's just like that's kind of wrong morally.
But they're mosquitoes. I don't know. I mean.
But also, like mosquito larvae are huge. It's
Yeah,
not, like,
they are.
disturbing looking.
They look like worms. Uh-huh.
But anyway, that's why we shouldn't have standing puddles of water. PSA, or else we'll breed mosquitoes.
Well, sometimes you can't help it, right? If it's like on the road.
I guess so.
Yeah, why are they so big? Oh god, they're disgusting. I'm just
Exactly.
skipping through the video right now. And is it really torturing them?
I don't know. Maybe they don't care at all.
Yeah,
Around.
they're like oblivious, I feel.
But remember before video games, those toys were like
Yeah.
the video games of childhood.
Well, it looks disgusting though. But I guess this guy is a bit weird for filming this kind of stuff.
He is. That's why I felt it was very strange because he went from befriending animals to mosquito torture.
Mm.
Or maybe he's over it. I don't know. I kind of unsubscribed him because it got too weird.
But yeah, they say, right, there's a link between torturing animals and what, killers? Serial killers.
Who knows?
Yeah, there was in what's that show? The Netflix one, where the guy looks like
Oh,
Daniel
the-
Tosh.
Something a murder.
It's not Catch
The Catch the Predator? No.
No, it's about the
Profiling a
FBI.
murderer or something?
Oh my god, I have to Google it now.
Oh, clearly our memory is not
Netflix crime show. Mindhunter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mindhunter.
That's a really good
Right.
show, by the way. It's only 2
Yeah,
seasons.
I
though.
heard.
Yeah.
So is it like complete in 2 seasons or is it like
No, there's something. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's gonna be renewed. Let's see. Mindhunter season 3.
Okay, I realized you didn't put up your big green screen today.
No, I didn't. We moved it because on the weekend we're like, oh gosh, this takes up so much room. And I haven't like restored it yet.
Oh no, indefinite hold. Maybe because of
Is it
COVID.
because of COVID?
Probably. Eh? Oh no, that was the news was in January. I'm not sure. Maybe they didn't want to do it anymore. I don't know.
Was that someone's phone or my phone? That was weird.
It's probably your phone.
Not mine.
Oh. Whoops, I didn't realize its notification comes with weird noises.
Yeah. All right. I
Yeah,
guess.
there's a lot of wildfires now in California.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
right.
the air quality is really bad. Though
Edmund
it's not as
says
bad
the
as KL,
cat
no,
one.
Still.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like-
okay.
Even with the fire, I'm at 72 AQI, and I think Malaysia is often over 100.
Oh. I don't know. We built up our lungs already.
Yeah, exactly. You guys are all coded.
We might have like more nose hair than Americans.
Possible.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll run our air filters.
Oh, right. Don't fuck with cats. Yeah. Have you seen that show?
No.
Oh,
On
I think I heard
Netflix.
about it, though.
Yeah. It's about how they caught this person. Alright. I guess we can call it a night.
I'm
Alright.
wondering if we should change our time, because this time has not been popular.
Yeah, I don't know. What time should
Oh, wait,
we
Edmund's here.
come on? Yeah, it's just admin.
Uh-huh.
Feel free to suggest in the comments what time you think we should be on. Yeah. But we can't go any earlier than this, so it might be back to Friday. I don't know. We'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we
How's
can.
your work schedule?
It's like okay at the moment, but it can get like busy at any time.
Mm.
Yeah. Don't know. We'll have to see.
You know what we could do is we could like do Simul Live or what was it called, Semi Live or whatever, where
Mhm.
actually we broadcast at different times from when we record.
Yeah, we can do that. Like I can
Yeah.
just
So
record
why don't
this
we try
channel.
like broadcasting this stream at a different time later in the week,
Oh.
like a midweek rerun?
Oh, rerun.
Yeah.
I think I would have to leave my computer on to do it, if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't know how to do it. I can try figure it out. And like
Okay.
if I'm leaving it
Cool.
running and like I'm doing other stuff, like the noise will like be picked up as
Really?
well.
You can't mute. You can't mute from OBS.
No, cause
You
like
just need.
it's picking up my computer sounds right now.
No, I mean you could do like a YouTube Premiere thing.
Yeah, I could, but then no one is subbed to me on YouTube, so no one would get
I
it.
mean, like
Oh,
you just
but I mean,
you
even
just post the link.
Uh huh.
You know, like I mean, like when you share this stream, like you're sharing the link to it. So it's like kind
I
of.
was
the
thinking
same.
like to do Facebook Live, but then you just stream a pre-recorded video. You can't set OBS to do that.
No, I can. As in, I won't be like able to use the computer at the same time without affecting the noise.
Oh, so you can't make it only pick up audio from the pre-recorded stream. and
I'm not sure. Maybe I
actual
can.
live.
I do not know. I will have to play around.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like that must be an option. Like, or else it's not a very powerful software.
Yeah,
And
probably.
Full of viewers until you watch until this part that you.
No, then they'll be asking questions and we can't answer them. Like, why are you ignoring us? Like,
No, I mean unless you watch the stream and then you just reply in the comments.
I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for another episode. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, world. Ciao.